come. There's Joaquin is up on the, Joaquin is back, green light goes on, so it's a 4-2 start. So Pretty Girl Lassie went away okay. Don Antonio come out under restraint, doesn't want the lead. Aldebaran Midnight wants to do everything except trot. Nell's using all his experience, gets it down, trotting again. Ground works away okay, is up on the outside. Then Joaquin, maybe to the max over on the outside of runners at the moment, but taking up it from the start is Pretty Girl Lassie. Behind the leader, Don Antonio, leading the outside horses is Groundwork, then maybe to the max gets up to be fourth, then Joaquin and Aldebaran Midnight, who's misbehaved a bit but is back trotting okay now, back in last place, but is wanting to, it's almost uncontrollable, it now settles a bit. So they go down with 1,500 metres to go, and that Pretty Girl Lassie hasn't put a foot long, trots along beautifully out in front. Don Antonio behind the leader, Groundwork leads the outside horses. Maybe the max beautifully poised, one out and one back, Joaquin on its back, and then Aldebaran Midnight back at the rear, but he's trotting at the moment. They come up with 1,200 metres to go in the Trotters Trial, and Pretty Girl Lassie for Jim O'Sullivan shows out. Groundwork's done a little bit of good work in the trial, leads the outside horses. Don Antonio's behind the leader, one out, one back, perfectly poised as maybe to the max, then Joaquin, and then Aldebaran Midnight is still pulling pretty hard back at the rear of the field. So still the leader, Pretty Girl Lassie hasn't put a foot wrong. Groundwork grinds away on the outside. Don Antonio struggles behind the leader. Maybe to the max hasn't spent a penny, he's just camped on the two leaders. Then Joaquin, and still seeing them all as Aldebaran Midnight as they go into the back straight on the last occasion. So still Pretty Girl Lassie leads out half a length away on the outside, trying to get closer as Groundwork. Then maybe to the max, Don Antonio not going on with it. Joaquin's there with cover and about 40 metres back to Aldebaran Midnight. They've gone past the 500 metre peg and it's still Pretty Girl Lassie. Groundwork on the outside has done plenty of work, is still 3/4 of a length off the leader. Maybe to the max, still hasn't come into the trial, will have to come 3 wide. Don Antonio back on the fence is steadily losing ground, and Joaquin will follow maybe to the max up as it makes its run towards the leader. Pretty Girl Lassie leads into the straight, Groundwork drops behind, coming to the outside now, maybe to the max and goes up and goes past them. Into second place goes Joaquin out after the leader, maybe to the max, driven out by Damien Wilson, comes away and wins by 10 metres. Joaquin got home nicely into second place. Pretty Girl Lassie, who led all the way, battled on in the straight, got beaten about 8 metres back in third spot. Then Aldebaran Midnight made up some ground. Don Antonio was behind the leader, didn't go on, and just galloping in the straight was Groundwork.